Have you always wanted to become a hero, but you've never had the chance? Well, maybe now's your chance with the GoPro Hero 10. Guys, we're going to be talking all about GoPro's new Hero 10 camera. Today, we're also going to be comparing them with the two other cameras that are on the market right now, the 9 and the 8, from their actual website themselves. I've got a lot of information with my GoPro knowledge that I've used over the years. I have two Hero 5s, all right, which came out a little while ago, I guess now. Really good cameras back in the day. I also have a GoPro Hero 9, which is in my studio. This is the camera angle right here, using the media mod. Now, using my iPhone to show you live on there, because none of this is actually edited, going to camera 7, I'm now able to show you my A10 Mini Pro. This is camera 3, which is number 3, the GoPro. Back to 7. All right, here is my GoPro with the media mod attached. There it is right there. Okay, that's what my baby little baby looks like. The blue cord is the power cable. Whoops, what have we done? The blue cord is the power cable, and the black cord is the HDMI out for this live signal right now. So I've got my teleprompter on a slider. I've got my C stand attached to DSLR, and of course the GoPro. But yes, quick little tour of the studio. I have done many tours on the studio before, so I probably will actually end up linking that in the description below. But yeah, that's my knowledge with GoPros, right? I have two different channels, two where I make daily videos, but one, now that's where I have a lot of adventures with my two Hero 5s. I've gone overseas many different times with my mum, with my two babies. Really good cameras. So I'm actually going to be getting the number 10 and doing my own comparisons with it. And I've got the 9, so I'll do a 9 and a 10 comparison, probably for channel 1. So I'll be doing that for there. So guys, do your thing and go like and subscribe. All right. Now, going to GoPro's website in a second. But first, I want to talk about something from The Verge. Just a very quick little thing. All right, GoPro announces, Hero 10 Black, blah, blah, blah. GoPro's announced the next version of its action camera. All right. Now, in a lot of cases, the Hero 10 can shoot at double the frame rate of the Hero 9. Now, that's awesome. It can now shoot at 5.3K, which is freaking great, at 60 frames per second, which is 30 more than last year's model, but last year's model didn't have 5.3, I'm pretty sure. We will get to that in a second, but they are the actual different frame rates and stuff that you can use for the 10. All right. Once again, we'll go to that in a second. GoPro says this increase in performance is due to the camera's new chip. All right. This is called a GP2 processor. All right, which is a successor to the GP1 chip, which is used in cameras ever since the Hero 6 Black, when that came out, all right? This is my 5, so that one didn't actually have the GP1, unfortunately, but it was still pretty good, all right? Now, there's one more thing I wanted to show you guys. Well, a couple more things, probably. Arguably, though, one of the most smartphone-esque features is the camera's ability to upload videos to the cloud while it's charging. So, when you buy the GoPro, you end up getting a software, not software, you end up getting a plan, a subscription plan if you choose, right? And that way you can upload to the cloud, which is kind of cool in some ways, others not so much, but it depends how you feel about it, right? This is the price list for GoPro 10, 9, 8, and the Max. Of course, Max is the 360 camera. You'd only compare that to other 360 cameras, right? Those are the prices for the American market. Now, going down to here, I quickly want to say this. If you had a GoPro Hero 9 and bought some of GoPro mod add-ons, the company says most of them should be compatible, including the Max lens mod, though support for it will be coming in the future with software updates. So, the things that they had before for the 9 should be able to work, for the 10. Like I said, like I've showed you, we've got the 9 up there, but I do have the medium mod add-on, and I've got the light. I've got the light somewhere over there. I can't find the light at the moment, but we have the lens as well. So I will be doing comparisons with that when we get the 10. All right. Now, going to GoPro's actual website, let's do this right now, okay? We're going to scroll down using my wheel on my computer mouse, and we're going to show you this live on air right now with their kind of interactive website. So yeah, it's kind of cool. We'll slowly scroll down. So new engine, twice the performance, the all new GP2 processor. Now, to have a fast processor in a camera is so good, because without it, there'll be no processing power. You won't be able to get that really fast, color graded, sharpened detail at such high resolutions or such, fast frames per second frame rate kind of thing. So it's really good that they've finally updated the GPU, the processor, for the Hero 10. I'm really loving that. I'm really, really loving that, okay? Shoot Unreal 5.3 at 60 at 4, or of course 4K 120 frames per second. Now look at that. That is cool. I like that little demonstration with the lava. Did you guys see that video? It was like a drone video that came out, I don't know, a few months ago, of a drone literally flying it into the volcano, and it died, but it saved the video to the owner's phone just before it did that. Anyway, going off track for a second. Ultra sharp 5.3K video resolution. That's a ridiculous 91% more than the 4K, with improved low light performances plus 19.6 megapixel frame grabs from video. That's awesome. Now, one of my biggest problems with my 5 and even my 9 was that the freaking nighttime shots, nighttime video with GoPro has always been pretty terrible, to be honest. It has not been the best. If you wanted to shoot low light and get low video without really any background light, right? Just moonlight and some car lights and stuff like that, or some street lights, if that kind of atmosphere, you wouldn't really be using a GoPro. So it will be interesting to see if the GoPro 10 is able to stack up against, DSLR situations. Obviously, there'll be no comparison, right? DSLRs will win, especially the newer ones, especially Canon's new one, the R3, which we will be doing a video about tomorrow. So subscribe and like for that one. But it will be interesting to see what the new GoPro will be like compared to the old ones regarding low light situations. All right. Now, 23 glorious megapixels. Our best camera ever captures stunning photos from places only a GoPro can go. That's a nice shot. That's actually a really nice shot. Hyper smooth 4.0, our most advanced stabilization plus increased horizon leveling from 27 degrees to 45 degrees. That's actually kind of cool. That's actually really kind of cool. Subscribe for the ultimate GoPro experience. So once again, talking about the cloud situation, automatically upload footage from your GoPro to the cloud at 100% quality, which is great. 100% quality is great, because some companies don't do that, including Apple. There's an option in your phone to upload your photos to the cloud at like half resolution. I'm not too sure if they've turned that off now, or maybe, I think it might have been default at one point to upload it half resolution, but now it's probably full resolution. But yeah, it's good that that's actually happening, because that wasn't always the case when it came to cameras and smartphones and stuff like that, right? 3 simple ways to transfer your footage. Automatically upload footage to the cloud. Easy wireless offloads to the Quick app. I have that on my phone. Now up to 30% faster. That's always a good thing. Or of course, lightning fast wire connection via USB. There's technically a 4th way. You take the SD card out, the micro SD card out, and put it into the computer, which is what I've been doing with my Hero 5 over many years. I just did that, took the SD card out, and boom, you're done. It's as simple as that. All right. GoPro, you lie. It's 4, not 3, 4. Big, go big, drive deep, tougher than ever, plus waterproof up to 33 feet. Those are some really cool shots, right? I actually have the clamp that goes onto the piece of steel under the car, the chassis. I have a couple of those clamps. I actually showed you before, the clamps attached to my C-stand. We've got one of them. All right, now add a mod. All right, which is what we've got. Plus transform Hero 10 into a creative powerhouse. So those are the different mods that you can get. The max lens mod, the media mod, the display mod, or the light mod. I have the light mod and the media mod and the lens mod, I think, yes. But I don't have the flippable screen because there's no real point in my opinion. I mean, what's the point? You've got a screen on the front of the camera ever since the 9. Technically, most GoPros have actually had a screen on the front, including my 5, but it was just a, you know, worded, shitty little worded screen that you'd see on an old, you know, 1980s mobile phone. There was no Snake back then. Not on those phones, no. Anyway, going down. What the hell's on my computer screen? There we go. Okay, zooming out a little. Live stream directly from your GoPro in 1080p, now with Hypersmooth 4.0 stabilization. So it would have been good to see live streaming with a higher quality, still at 1080, which is not bad. Full high definition is not bad, but in today's standards, it would be cool to maybe upload, maybe, you know, live stream at a bit of a higher rate than that. But I guess the demand for it isn't as high as maybe I would want it to be. But it is what it is. Capture next level time lapse with Time Warp 3.0 and night lapse. Hey, it's the Sydney Opera House. That's actually a really, really cool shot. There it goes. That's actually from the Sydney Harbour Bridge. The guy is standing on the Sydney Harbour Bridge with it clamped in place, and he's getting that shot from there. So that's awesome. Super 8x slow-mo at the new and improved 2.7K resolution. How cool is that? All right. The 9, pretty sure it did have 8x slow motion, but it wasn't at those resolutions. So we will get back to that in a second, right? Smoother playback on the front. Let me read that again. Smoother playback on front LCD plus a snappy, more responsive rear touchscreen, all powered by the GP2 processor. I'm really pleased about this processor. It's going to do a lot of good, right? Very, very happy with that. Supercharged power tools. All right, there we go. Not too sure we're going to read about them, but if you guys want to pause on any of these situations, then please absolutely do. Now, this could be an interesting situation for some. I'll read about it right now. You know, duration capture lets you select the length of the time that you want to record to. I wouldn't ever bother doing that because I would just click record or do a time lapse and then run until I'm finished with it. When I'm finished with it, I just stop it. It doesn't matter if you get your hand in the way or you bump the camera. I mean, you're going to be editing it later anyway. Obviously, right? So, but, you know, for you newbies out there, it might be interesting to do that. I don't know. Wouldn't personally use it. Set up your webcam game with full 1080p. We have talked about that, but there's a different page for it anyway. Edit with ease on the GoPro, in the GoPro Quick app. I've used that app, but I don't really use it, to be honest. I use other apps for my editing, and I've actually forgotten the name of it, but I'm going to tell you the name of my editing program right now. LumaFusion. I use LumaFusion. I'll show you right now. This one in the middle. All right, the middle one. Boom. No, that's not the one. Where are we? There we go. LumaFusion. So a really good editing app for your phone if you ever need it, but it's actually kind of expensive, but it's a one-time purchase. I think I bought mine for like 25, 35, but once again, it's a one-time purchase. That's what I recommend. All right. Product details. There you go. You guys can see that, but we won't talk too much about that. Now, going to GoPro's second page. Now, this is what I want to talk about. This is the interesting part. We're going to be pretty much comparing apples to apples, right? They're both GoPros, but they're from different generations. Generations? They're from different times gone by. Long ago. 2020. 2019. All right. So, compare up to 3 cameras. So we're obviously not going to be comparing the GoPro Max because that is not even in the same ballpark as what we're talking about with this. So we're going to click on these different things and we'll show you the differences. Now, only show differences. Yes, I think we will do that. Okay. So, shall I make it zoomed in more? There we go. Okay. So you got the 9 on the left, 10 in the middle. That doesn't make any sense. We're going to redo that so it makes more sense for you guys. Hang on. Okay, we've got the 10 first, then the 9, and then the 8. Now that makes more sense. 10, 9, 8. 10, 9, 8. Does that make more sense for everybody? All right. Now, the 10 has got 23 point... What the hell just happened to my computer? I don't even know. We've got 23 megapixel plus super photo with HDR. The 9 has got 20 megapixel and the 8 only has 12. Jesus, that's terrible. All right. Video, 5.3K at 60 frames per second for the 10. The 9's got 5K and the 8 has got 4K. Video stabilization, so you get the Hypersmooth 4.0, which is better. Horizon leveling in camera, but with the 8 it was only within the app, so that kind of sucked if you guys had the 8. So those are the differences for the different the lens mods. All right. The LCD screen, the mods are there. We go. The mods work for the 10 and the 9. Too easy. All right. Slow motion. I tried to do something funny there. Slow motion, 8 times slow motion for the 10. All right, you're getting 2.7K slow motion, or even 1080. You'd think if you chose the 1080, you'd be able to get like 10 times slow motion because it's less resolution, less processing power for the camera, but apparently not, right? So if you want 8 times slow motion, you're only getting 2.7K, which is not too bad. You could only get 8 times slow motion with 1080 for the 9, and the 8 had 8 times slow motion for 1080p, the same, right? What can we find down here that you guys might be interested in? There's the processor. There's the brand new processor, all right? The GP2, I'm very happy with that. They've got a 3.5 audio mic. That's awesome. All right, HDMI out. Yes, now one of the reasons why I have my GoPro 9 from my studio is because it has HDMI out, but not quite, right? You have to actually get the media mod. And that just reminds me of something. One thing that I wasn't really happy about with the 9 was that you had to get a media mod for the HDMI. It's just all come back to me now, right? Because we're filming this live every single day. But my 5 literally has HDMI out. Can you guys see that? I don't know if the light's reflecting it properly, but there we go. You guys can probably see that. But yeah, the 5, maybe the 6 and the 7 as well. Maybe the 8, I don't know. But the 5 had HDMI out, but the 9, and I'm guessing the 10 doesn't. You need the media mod. So that kind of sucks if you're someone with a GoPro. You have to buy something else just to make it work, type of thing. I don't quite like that, but at least you're still going to be able to use it with HDMI out, all right? Just get the media mod. Anyway, damn you, GoPro! Moving on. Let's go to the next page. And no, we're not going to the next page yet. What we're going to be doing now is we're going to be showing you the photo differences, all right? So that you can get like features, photo. So here are some of the photo differences for the 3 cameras, all right? There we go, as we've talked about before, 23 megapixels as opposed to 20, as opposed to 12 on the 8. So, yep. Going to the video differences, all right? 5.3K, 60 frames per second. Of course, the other 2 don't. This one must do 5K. It must do, I'm guessing, 30 frames per second. That's interesting. Maybe it doesn't. Does it not do 5K? Maybe it just does 5.3K. That's interesting. I'm going to look that up later. Anyway, even if it doesn't do 5K, you're still getting like 5.3, which is even better, right? But that's strange. I don't know what that means. Anyway, moving on. 5K, 30 frames per second. Yes. 4K. That's really, really cool. Take a look at that, right? You're getting 4K, 120 frames per second, but the other 2 only do 60 frames per second for 4K. But that's strange. When you do 4K in 4.3, it goes to 60 frames per second. That's really strange because 4.3 is like a box, like the old TV box, right? As opposed to widescreen. You'd think the processor would have to do less processing because it's a smaller image, but for whatever reason, the 4K 4.3 only does 60 frames as opposed to 4K 120. I don't know why that is. GoPro, why is that? Interesting. So here are some more resolutions for you guys that are interested in. All right, there we go. Boom. Time-lapse modes. All right. All right. Ooh, bitrate. Bitrate for you guys who love the bitrate information. Now, going to the modes. Here are the differences for that. Okay. So, design and dimensions for you guys who love to know the design and the dimensions, right? There we go. Okay. If you guys just want to pause the screen, go for it, you know. It's at this point that the video became boring to watch. Damn. There we go. It's pretty much the same battery as the 9. The 9 and the 10 have the exact same battery. So that is cool if you have a 9 battery. You can use it, right? Camera replacement, you can get that if you go through their package deals. But yeah, there you go, guys. That's the actual prices for the American consumers. All right. Boom. Like I said, we will be doing a direct comparison with the... Well, this is... Maybe I should. Okay. Maybe I will. I'm going to do a direct comparison with the 5, the 9, and the 10. That's 3 different cameras when I finally get the 10. And we will be doing that video for channel 1 because it will be a highly edited, proper film. So go check us out on that one. But of course, we are on channel 2 where we make daily videos. This channel right here. Guys, we're also on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, at TallBoyGareth. I've been Tall. My name's Gareth. I hope you liked this video talking all about media mods and stuff like that. Did I show you that before? I'm not really sure if I've actually showed you that, but that's my media mod. That was my media mod box. I will love you and I'll see you for tomorrow's video. Bye.